Look, I'm not going to lie to you. It's 8 p.m. on a Sunday. You've been off for 48 hours, but you feel like you just finished a double shift at a rock quarry. You're sitting there, maybe folding a mountain of laundry or staring at an inbox that's already filling up for Monday morning, and you're asking yourself the same question you ask every week. Where did the time go? You didn't go on a vacation. You didn't even go to a party. You just existed. And somehow that was exhausting. Here's the thing you need to hear. You aren't lazy. You aren't bad at time management. And you definitely don't need another color-coded planner or a $30 habit tracking app. You are suffering from time poverty. It's a hidden tax that nobody talks about because the people who write the books on productivity don't have to pay it. It's a rigged system designed to keep you so busy maintaining your life that you never have the energy to change your life. Does that make sense? In this video, I'm going to show you why you're actually tired, and it's not just your boss, it's much deeper than that. But before we get into it, subscribe if you're new, and give this video a thumbs up. Step 1. The life admin tax. Let's start with the stuff that feels like a mosquito bite but bleeds you dry over time. I call it life admin. Think about the last time you had a problem with your internet bill or a weird charge on your insurance. What did you have to do? You spent 45 minutes on hold listening to distorted jazz, only to be transferred to someone who told you to call back on Tuesday. If you're working a 9 to 5, that Tuesday call has to happen during your lunch break. So now you aren't eating or resting. You're fighting a corporation for $20 they stole from you. This is the first signal of the class divide. The upper class doesn't do life admin. They have an assistant, a bookkeeper, or a concierge. If the Wi-Fi breaks, they don't spend their Saturday morning in a chat queue with a bot named Zippy. They pay someone to make the problem go away. When you don't have the money to buy your way out of these annoyances, you pay for them with the only other currency you have, your sanity. By the time you actually sit down to relax, your decision fatigue is already through the roof. Step 2. The commute as a cultural tax. We've been told that a long commute is just part of the grind. But let's be real, it's a physical drain on your soul. If you're driving an hour each way because that's where the affordable housing is, you aren't just losing 2 hours of your day. You're losing 2 hours of autonomy. You're trapped in a metal box, navigating traffic, dealing with road rage, and worrying about that check engine light. The wealthy don't just live in nice neighborhoods, they live in efficient ones. They live 5 minutes from the office, or more likely now, they've curated a home environment where the world comes to them. When your travel time is 0 and mine is 10 hours a week, you have an entire extra work day every week to sleep, exercise, or think. I'm not behind you because I'm slower. I'm behind you because I'm literally starting the race from a different part of the country. Step 3. The maintenance loop, aka the middle class trap. Here's where it starts to get systemic. I call this the maintenance loop. If you're doing your best to stay afloat, you're likely doing everything yourself. You mow the lawn, you meal prep for 3 hours on Sunday, you clean the gutters, you scrub the floors. We're taught this is frugal and responsible, and it is. But it's also a trap. While you're spending your Saturday afternoon scrubbing a bathtub to save $100 on a cleaning service, the person in the upper class is paying that $100 so they can spend that same 4 hours reading a book, networking, or, and this is the most important part, resting. Rest is a competitive advantage. If you're always in maintenance mode, you never have the creative mode, which is the energy required to figure out how to get to the next level. The system keeps you busy with the chores of survival, so you don't have the bandwidth to plot your escape. Step 4. The attention economy. Look, I'm not gonna lie, this one hits us all, but it hits the time poor the hardest. When you're exhausted from step 1, 2, and 3, what's the first thing you do when you finally sit down? You grab your phone, you scroll. You watch 15-second videos of people you don't know doing things you don't care about. This isn't a personal failing. It's revenge bedtime procrastination. You feel like you didn't have any control over your day, so you stay up late scrolling just to reclaim some sense of freedom. even if that freedom is just looking at memes. The trap here is that your exhaustion is being monetized. The platforms are designed to keep you in a dopamine loop because you're too tired to do anything that requires actual effort, like a hobby or a deep conversation. The upper class treats their attention like a fortress. They have digitally minimalist lives because they have enough real-world stimulation, travel, high-level social events, that they don't need the junk food of the internet to feel alive. Step 5. The deep root, the extraction of margin. Now we're at the bottom of the staircase. The root cause. In biology, there's a concept called margin. It's the space between your load and your limits. The modern economy is designed to extract your margin. Every time a company optimizes a workflow, they're taking away your 5-minute breather. Every time a landlord raises rent, they're taking away the buffer in your savings that allows you to say no to overtime. The upper class lives entirely within their margin. They have slack in their schedule and slack in their bank account. If you don't have slack, you are living in a state of constant, low-level physiological stress. Your body is producing cortisol 24/7. This makes you reactive rather than proactive. You're just trying to survive the next 10 minutes. This is why you feel like an outsider. It's not that they're smarter, it's that they aren't under siege. It's easy to be visionary when you aren't wondering if you can afford the dental work your kid needs. But I want you to take a breath for a second. If you are managing to hold down a job, raise a family, and keep your head above water in this time poverty environment, you are actually a high performer. You are doing more with less than almost anyone in history. The exhaustion you feel isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you are being taxed at a 90% rate on your human spirit. You're not unproductive. You're just being drained by 1,000 small straws. So, how do we fight a system that wants to keep us tired? We can't all just hire a personal chef and a driver tomorrow. I wish we could, but let's stay grounded in reality. The goal is to become time agile. We have to start stealing our time back, inch by inch, and here are 4 ways you can do that. Number 1, the good enough rule. Stop trying to have a Pinterest perfect life. If the floor is a little dusty, but it means you get 30 minutes to sit on the porch and breathe, let the floor be dusty. The maintenance loop only works if you agree to be its slave. Number 2, audit your life admin. Group your annoying phone calls into one battle hour a month. Don't let them bleed into your daily life. Protect your lunch break like it's a sacred ritual. Number 3, aggressive no's. Start saying no to social obligations that drain you. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. You don't have the time wealth to spend it on people who make you feel like you're at work. Number 4, recognize the scarcity brain. When you feel that panic of I have no time, stop, even for 60 seconds. Remind yourself, I am not slow. The world is just loud. Breaking the psychological cycle of rushing things is the first step to escaping the trap. You see, the system wants you to think that making it means working harder, but the people at the top aren't working harder. They're working quieter. They've built a life that protects their time because they know that time is the only thing you can't print more of. You might not have a safety net of millions, but you can start building a safety net of boundaries. You can stop feeling guilty for being tired. You've earned that tiredness. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Kindly like the video and subscribe if you are new here. With that said, have a great day and see you tomorrow for another video.